But obviously, so people have this perception that financial freedom is like you can just do anything you want. And don't get me wrong, on some level that's accurate, right? Like I have plenty of friends who travel the world and do what they want, and they're very passive. And that's great. The reality is, for a lot of us, you're not spending your day joking around about driving in circles on your four-wheeler or sitting in a hammock or ice baths or, whatever that may be. You're still pursuing that next level of financial freedom, or, you're worried that you're going to lose it or something, so you feel like you need to keep going. You want that real security. Or maybe it's that you would go crazy if you had nothing to do and you'd get bored. And so for a lot of us, we chase this financial freedom ideology, and then you achieve it, and then it's, man, I'm getting crap all over me from getting that hammock untangled. And then it's, you realize that there's still work to be done, and there's still plenty of stuff that you can work on, and there's new levels of security to achieve, and it's constant personal development and improvement. And a lot of people, they get to that point and then they go, well, now what? Like, what do I do? And they struggle to figure out, I'm struggling with this right now, how to find that fulfillment, right? Like, making money is not as hard as I thought it was, but how do I make money in ways that's fulfilling? I've been using the analogy on a couple podcasts lately where I could make $10,000 a month through rental income. In fact, if you talk gross, I make a lot more than that. A lot more than that per month. Now, net, whatever, but we're talking, let's say you net $10,000 a month through rental income. Your tenants are never going to walk up and thank you for letting them live and pay you rent to live in their house. That's not a very fulfilling gig. You're providing a great service, you're achieving financial freedom, you're helping people out, and if you're doing it the right way, you really are benefiting society. But the people who you're benefiting by providing that rental income aren't really thanking you, right? So it's not a very fulfilling gig. So if you're going to make $10,000 a month, wouldn't you rather do it focusing on things that you actually enjoy and you feel fulfilled and you wake up excited to do? And that becomes a little bit more complex once you finally reach financial freedom, because you might have had your hands in 10 different things, and then you're like, well, I can get rid of that one. I can get rid of that one. Do I really enjoy this one, or was it cool and was it effective? Like, was it because of the money, or did I really like that? And, it's a struggle. I've had a lot of, it's a weird struggle too, because it's like, you can't, it's like when we were stationed in Hawaii, there were people in Hawaii who would complain about being stationed in Hawaii because they had, island fever or whatever. And it's like, dude, nobody feels sorry for you. There is nobody who is going to understand and say, you're right. Living in Hawaii for a few years on the military's dime sounds terrible, because you're living in a place that people dream of for vacation. Likewise, achieving financial freedom has plenty of struggles. Like, money is a pretty simple problem to solve in the grand scheme of things. So as you gain financial independence and you have some money, you realize that that's no longer your biggest problem. Although most people, ironically enough, seem to worry about money more when they have, financial freedom than they worried about it when they were in debt and had no freedom. So it's an interesting conundrum. But then you start to realize that not only is there more to life, right? But like, what is that more? What's the mission? What's fulfilling? So, I've been wrestling with that vision and what to do for fun and hobbies and actually enjoy that financial freedom for a little while. And one of the things that, my mission is to help as many service members and vets achieve financial independence as possible. Part of that is coming to grasp with the mentality of, once you leave the military, that identity shift is hard even if you have financial freedom. But then, like, now what, right? Like, if you just stop everything, that's not a fulfilling life. So what's that mission? What's that calling? What are you passionate about? What's your purpose? What gets you out of bed in the morning. Those are the kinds of conversations you need to be having with yourself to really try to figure out who you are and what your purpose on this earth is. And it's going to change. You know, I mean, my vision's changed more than, you know, I mean, consistently, as my platform has grown faster than ever expected. So lots of pros and cons and lots to think about, but, you know, we wanted to make this video about what people think a day in the life of someone who's financially free is. And it can be. I mean, I could 100% take a day off and mow the yard, or, you know, I know that doesn't sound fun, but I enjoy riding the lawnmower around. Or take a day off and go shooting, or play with my kids, or, you know, whatever that is. But there's a whole lot more to that equation than just taking off time and screwing around. So, you know, if you want to lead a fulfilling life, you need to have a fulfilling purpose. And I just felt like talking through that with y'all. So hopefully you get something out of this. And, you know, I'd love to hear what struggles you guys are having. Maybe we can help you solve some of them. I've had some interesting issues and questions and dilemmas over the last year, and I'd love to help, you know, share some of the knowledge and insight I've gained as I'm trying to work through that. So, as always, make sure you like and subscribe, and have a great fucking day. Well, we were gonna do a funny video where I sat in the hammock and showcased, you know, this as part of what financial freedom is, or what people think it is. And well, this hammock has seen better days, so I went to sit in it, and you can just watch what would have happened. Oh, now it's gonna work, huh? I don't know, I don't trust it. It started tearing, it started ripping, it is what it is.